there are lots of questions on how to migrate to Canada, especially if this is your first time doing your planning or deciding or starting to do your research what is or what are the best way to come to Canada. Common questions: do I need an IELTS? Do I need an English proficiency exam? Do I really need education credential assessment? Or does age really matter? Or yung work experience ko ba will be credited when I'm going to apply for Canada? So there are tons of questions on how to migrate to Canada. But before you decide to migrate, the key factor to become a permanent resident here in Canada is to really understand two things. Two things will be: how does Express Entry program works? What is the comprehensive ranking system? Now, if you haven't do your research or do your homework, what is Express Entry program or comprehensive ranking system, I need you to skip this video kasi hindi mo maiintindihan yung sasabihin ko or yung topic na i-discuss ko if you are not aware what is Express Entry program. But for you to find out, we already made a video about Express Entry program. So the link is onto the description below, and same thing kung paano mo papataasin yung comprehensive ranking score mo, it is under the description below. So I want you to watch that first before you continue onto this video, because in this video I will tell you how many candidates based on CRS score are in the Express Entry program as of November of 2020, and do you really have a chance to have an invitation to apply to become a permanent resident here in Canada. So if you are ready, I am ready, and let's begin. Welcome back po dito sa Buhay, Canada. I'll just talk to them, okay? Buhay natin sa Winnipeg, Manitoba. So makitrip at makitravel dito sa amin sa Buhay, Canada. So right here, Migrate Mountain. Pinalik man pa. Turning over. Woo! As you can see, this table will show you how many candidates are in the Express Entry program. So as of November 2020, these are the candidates, or these are the people that has a score based on their ranking system. You need to answer some questions based on your age, education, work experience, and many more. So the link will be also in the description below. Go check how many scores that you got with your initial assessment and comment down below, and we'll see from there if you'll be able to get an invitation to apply. Now, in order for you to get an invitation to apply, you need to secure a good standing CRS score. And based doon sa nakita natin sa table, the best way or the best chance to get an invitation to apply is to really have a score of 471 to 500 points. So ilan yung nakuha mong score? If medyo confident ka, please comment down below, or if hindi naman or mababa naman, there are also ways that you can increase your CRS points. And there is also 3 categories that will help us to understand to get an invitation to apply here in Canada and to become a permanent resident. So the first category that I want you to learn or I want you to understand is the provincial nominee program. Okay, for example, ang CR score ko ay nakuha ko is nasa 300 kasi yun yung nag-base sa age ko, sa IELTS, or even dun sa work experience ko. So the key is to really look for a province that can nominate your application para makapunta dito sa Canada. Why? Provincial nominee program, this program is for workers who have a skilled education and work experience that can contribute to the economy of the specific province. And as you all know, there are 10 provinces in Canada, and all those 10 provinces will differ onto their requirement for their provincial nominees. So ano yung makukuha mo dito sa provincial nominee if you get or if nabigyan ka ng invitation to apply, you'll be able to get additional 600 points doon sa nominee program na yon that can contribute or that can add to your express entry program. So that is a best chance or malaki ang chance mo makakuha ng invitation to apply to become a permanent resident if you have a provincial nominee na makukuha or a certificate from the provinces na magsusupport sa application mo. So ang action plan for a provincial nominee program is you really need to check all the specific programs in each provinces. So as you all know, we got 10 provinces in Canada, so you need to check and do your research. And once you got the provincial nominee invitation to apply, automatically you'll get 600 points. So the next category will be the Canadian Experience class. It is an immigration program that allows individuals who have worked in Canada for at least 1 year in order for them to migrate to become a permanent resident. This Canadian Experience class will be applicable for all international students, open work permit holder, or even work permit with an employer within a contract of 2 years or more. So bakit ko sinabing 2 years? It's because the requirement for you to have this Canadian Experience class is 1 year. So what if yung contract mo is only for 1 year? So yung processing mo pa with becoming a permanent resident, if mag-expire yung contract mo, edi sayang. So most likely, safest is to have a contract for a full-time job offer dito sa Canada for at least 2 years. And that is the Canadian Experience class. So kaya marami dito nag-a-apply for an international student or open work permit or work permit, and then mag-a-apply sila ng permanent resident dito sa Canada through express entry to the class of Canadian Experience. So there's a third category which is called the Federal Skilled Trades Program. So these are the person or people who are skilled who want to become a permanent resident here in Canada based on a qualified skilled trade. So in this category, this will be the skilled workers under the industrial, electrical, and construction national occupation. We also have the maintenance and equipment operation, supervisors, and technical jobs in natural resources coming from the agriculture or farming, also processing and manufacturing, chefs and cooks, and butchers and bakers. So in this federal skilled trade program naman, all you have to do is to really have a job offer with each NOC category with at least 2 years of full-time job or full-time work experience with the specific national occupation classification, and you need to meet the job requirement for the skills trade. So what are the job requirement for the skills trade? You also need an express entry program in this one with the requirement of an English proficiency and education credential assessment. Now, if you will be able to look back doon sa mga qualifications, if you will be able to look back doon sa express entry pool list, may makikita kang classification or category na sinasabi no program specific. So, pag sinabi mong no program specific, this is the waiting list. It is a waiting pool list in the express entry program that will offer an application to apply if in case a provincial nominee program is looking for a people to have a nomination. So dun yung mga provincial nominee program, federal skills trade program, they are also looking for candidates from the pool list para pwede nilang i-double check kasi habang kailangan talaga nilang mga workers to contribute to their economy. So yun yung no program specific, dun sila kumukuha ng mga candidates nila. So, sana may mga natutunan kayo and sana nabigyan ko kayo ng idea. So, to summarize everything, so, lahat ng magiging permanent resident dito sa Canada will always go to the Express Entry Program. So, regardless kung may makuha kang job offer, so, saan ka papasok dyan? Papasok ka sa Federal Skilled Trades Program if you'll be able to get a job offer based onto the NOC category. Or, pwede mong i-upgrade, i-apply if in case you're a student here in Canada, open work permit or work permit na yun naman ang tinatawag nilang Canadian skilled, Canadian experience class. Kaya usually sa Canadian experience class, ang nagbe-benefit talaga dyan is yung mga student pathway, yung mga kasama nila yung mga spouses nila, apply sila ng open work permit, and kapag nakakuha sila ng trabaho within 1 year, full-time job, and that's the time they will be able to apply for an express entry program through Canadian experience class to become a permanent resident. And that's it for today. So I hope nabigyan ko kayo ng idea regarding sa express entry program. Kasi marami sa ating mga kababayan na nagtatanong, requirement ba ang IELTS? Requirement ba ang education credential assessment? Requirement ba ang age? Requirement ba ang work experience? Ang sagot po dyan is yes. Yes, kasi papasok pa rin kayo sa Express Entry Program. Even though meron kang job offer, you still need to apply for an Express Entry Program to become a permanent resident dito sa Canada. So, if you have more questions, you can always visit the cic.gc.ca. Lahat po ng details, lahat po ng information na kinukuha ko is nandoon lang po. All you have to do is talaga mag-research, take time, especially if you're doing it by yourself. You really need to take time doing your homework. Yun, take time lang talaga. So you really have to take time to check the cic.gc.ca, and of course, comment down below if you have any more questions, kasi usually yung mga kababayan natin na nandito rin sa channel na to, they're also browsing and checking kung ano yung mga tanong ninyo, and yung iba alam yung sagot, kaya minsan sila yung sumasagot para sa inyo, and it's going to be a shared experience base. So yan, that's it for today. Sana may mga natutunan kayo dito sa video na to. Sana mas naliwanagan kayo how does Express Entry Program works. And again, a lesson learned is always a lesson to be shared. And I will see you po onto the next video. Don't forget to share this video sa mga kakilala mong gusto mag-migrate sa Canada, nagplaplano or nagre-research paano makapunta sa Canada. We already did tons of videos paano makapunta dito sa Canada, and I really appreciate if you will spread this information to them. I really hope that you will share this information to them and be part of the solution to their problem. So once again, I'll see you to the next video. Maraming salamat po.